everyone, welcome to the today's data structure practical session. Today's practical is a write a program to implement a single link list with the operation insertion at end, insert after, delete and display. First of all, we understand what is the linked list. A linked list is a linear data structure. Unlike data in the array, the elements are stored in a continuous memory location. Instead, every element stored inside the node. Means in linked list, we store the element in the node. In the node that contain two parts. The first is data, means value we want to store, and next one is the address, and it's stored the using the pointer. And at the last there is a null pointer, means end element is the null pointer. So now we move to the our program. So here we write the first line that hash include stdio.h. It is used for a input output function like printf and scanf. The second one is the header file stdlib is used for a malloc and free function. After we declare one structure, that here structure node, inside that we add int data and next. This variable is for the value, and this one is store the address of the next variable. Then after we write here struct node pointer and null, means head store the address of the first node, and so head become null, means head store the null and it store the address of the first node. And then we write one function that insert end int value. Inside that the function is used to insert a node at the end. And next we write a struct node new node and temp variable declare. There we declare a two pointer variable, that new node, and a temp variable is a travel pointer. Then we write here malloc size of struct node, allocate the memory, it's allocate the memory dynamically and store it into the new node. And new node is enter the enter the value. Then since the last node, it is an last node. And we write here the one condition that if head is equals to null, check whether the uh, list is empty or not. Inside that we write head null new node. If empty, new node become the first node. Then after we write here temp equals to head, else condition start travels from first node. And in the next line we write while temp next null, means move until the last node. Then after we write here for the go to the next node, that temp equals to temp next variable. Then outside the while loop we write temp next new node, connect the new node at the end. Then insert after a given node. This function we use for insert the after one node. Here we write one condition that while temp null and temp data search for the required node. Inside that we write temp no next, connect to the new node. This line is for connect the new node to the next node, and after that attach the new node after the key node. Then struct Then after we write the delete node function that struck node temp and previous. Temp store the current node and previous store the previous data. And here we write one condition that search for the node. And this one is a store the previous node and then move to the forward. And here we check if the means deleting the first node and then move head to the second node, and if the condition is false then skip the delete the node. After that we release the memory and then display the our element, whatever the element is remaining we display. And in the main function we call all the function and display it, means display the result of that all the function. Now let's run the program and check what is the output. Original list is 10, 20 and 30 and at the last there is null. After insert the after 10, 20 and 50 and 30. Then after delete 10, 20 and 25, 30 is deleted. Something like this the insertion program is executed.